Hi everyone. So this will serve as a review of a previous lesson that we have discussed about writing a linear function from a linear sequence. So if you have a sequence composed of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, the first step would of course be to find out if this is really a linear relationship. I mean, whether the sequence is really exhibiting a linear relationship. So what you do is you subtract. For example, we start by subtracting 1 from 3 and you get a 2. You subtract 3 from 5, you get a 2, and so on until you observe that the common difference is the same every time you subtract one term from another. And once you have confirmed that it has a linear relationship, then you can proceed to use the general formula which says A of n is equals to D times n plus C, where your A of n is the nth term. Meaning to say, if the first term, A of 1, is 1, A of 2 is the second term, which is 3, A of 3 is the third term, which is 5, A of 4 is the fourth term, 7, A of 5 is the fifth term, it's 9. And so A of n would be any number after 9. So each of those A of 1 through A of n are labels for each of the terms in the sequence. So we say that A of n is equal to the nth term, and D is your common difference, which in this case is already 2. So I'm going to put here already 2. So D is equals to 2. And then a way to find let me go back a bit to what n means. N is the value of the term. So for example, here, n would be 1. The first term, your n is 1. The value of your term for a of 1 is 1. And the value of a of 2 is 3, and so on. And the constant in your general formula, you can find it by subtracting your common difference from the first term. So you say A of 1 minus D. So this would be, the first term is 1. So you say 1 minus your common difference D is 2. So therefore your C will be equals to negative 1 in this case. And once you've found out your D, the values for D and C, then you can write your general formula now. I mean, from the general formula, you could write your specific formula for the sequence. So you say D in this case. So because we have A of n is equals to D n plus C, I'm just copying the formula from the top. So I will write A of n is equals to D, which is 2, and then n, and then we have a plus C, in this case is a negative 1. And we simply remove that plus and simplify your formula as A of n is equals to 2 times n minus 1. And at this point, just a reminder that from our discussion, we have identified actually this general formula to be the same as what you commonly know from your algebra 1 as y equals mx plus b, where your A of n is y, d is the same as your m, the slope, and we simply replace the n with x, and your constant is the b. So in this case, we could actually write this formula as y equals 2, replace the n with x, minus 1. And we now have the formula, the general formula, and from the general formula, you have A of n equals 2 n minus 1, and you also have it in slope intercept